Hey guys, this is Arsenal Giants PS3, and this is episode 4, I do believe, of our Superliga. And as you can see on the screen, I can't avoid not talking about this straight away. We have sold, as all of you guys said we should, well, most of the majority, Robin van Persie to, quite ironically, Manchester City for 36 million, so not too bad there. Also, I just want to quickly apologise, I've got a terrible sore throat. So if I sound a bit croaky in this video, I do apologise. So yeah, we sell Robin van Persie for £36 million, which is not too bad for a 28-year-old, not too bad at all. And we do buy a replacement for him in this episode, but we'll have to wait to the end of the episode for that. Now, our first game's in the Johnston Paint Trophy. Obviously, a bizarre scenario playing Wolfsburg in a tournament like this, but this is a pretty good Wolfsburg team. Obviously, they have Mario Mandzukic, I can't say his name, Mario Mandzukic up front, and Alexander Haleb as well. Obviously doesn't play for them anymore, but I think plays in Russia now, but he's playing for them in there. So we start off with a reasonably attacking team. I do believe I start Chamak up front, I can't quite remember, and we're mainly looking to score through the Ox here, but they take the lead. This is a game where I just show goals, by the way, as it wasn't the biggest tournament in the world, and not exactly one I wanted to go far in. But yeah, they do go 1-0 up. Patrick Helms, the striker, scores for them, and they go into the... Oh, sorry, it was Mandzukic, scores for them, and they go into the break 1-0 up. And again, as I said, this isn't really a competition I was too buzzed for, but when they got this penalty, I was so annoyed. Look at this. Koscielny here, it looks to me like he's been kicked, to be quite friendly honest. We just get a bit of a close-up here. It looks like he's actually had his leg kicked rather than this bloke being kicked. But Helms makes it to getting his first of the game, and Wolfsburg second, and I was just pissed off. So we go ultra-attacking, and look at this run from Arshavin here. Absolutely lovely. Just going down this right-hand side. Getting a little bit lucky here, just cutting back, and then puts in a beautiful ball. Friedrich just doesn't get close enough, and it's a nice attempt there from Arteta, and it bounces out to the Ox, who scores a reasonably good striker's goal there, just being in the right position at the right time. Look at this, I tracked his run here, it's beautiful from Wilshere, and a really nice finish there from the Ox, just kind of being in the right place at the right time. Real poacher's goal, but naturally, as FIFA has it, as soon as you score a goal, you're ridiculously open at the back if you're not meant to win the game, and Helms makes it too with a really nice header here. I love how the goalkeeper just doesn't move. That's just a glorious header into that corner, nothing we could have done. But then we do get one back. Nice work here from Song, playing it into Robert Lewandowski. Sorry, I'll start Lewandowski up front, not Chamak. Sorry about that lapse in error, but yeah, he plays it across to Song, and we do get a goal. But it was relatively late on, and there wasn't much we could do. I mean, we're always going to beat Kyrgiakos for pace. I think Kyrgiakos got something like 40 pace, but it was definitely a nice goal. It was just one of those ones where I just had to get a goal, had to try and get back in the game, and it was a nice finish. But the game does indeed end 3-2 to Wolfsburg. So naturally, it's not really something I'm over the moon about, but we do wrap up the signing of Jordi Alba. 17.5 million and 55 grand a week, not too bad for our new left back, and I'm pretty excited to use him. Actually, I've never used him on FIFA before, and immediately we go into our next game against Toulouse. Now, we had played them before, and I do believe we won, so I think we played them in the League Cup, so I was pretty buzzed about this game. You know, it was in the league. We just lost to Zaragoza, Real Zaragoza, in my best Spanish accent. But they had the first real chance. Capua here, Capua. Sorry, I had no idea how to pronounce that. A player who's actually linked with Arsenal in real life. Forces a really nice save out of Chesney. And then Chamak here gets a bit of luck. And this looks sweaty goal, but actually shot with Chamak there. And Walcott almost got at the back post to score. We haven't used Walcott so far in this series, but we were trying to get a goal of him there, and his finishing was just a bit off. Then look at this goal. João Moutinho, our 24 million man, I think he cost us, plays a beautiful ball into Gervinho, and Gervinho scores with an absolutely beautiful finish into the top right hand side corner. Absolutely a lovely goal to score. I do like those ones when they just catch the keeper out completely with a finesse. But it's all about the pass there from Moutinho. Hadn't seen too much of him, but that was an absolutely lovely contribution to this game, and we go 1-0 up, which is always good early on. They do have another chance here, a pretty good, well-placed header there down low, but Chesney does well to catch it really. And then Chamak plays a lovely ball over to the top to walk on. I was trying to just win a corner here, but he does actually test Pele in goal, the white Pele I do believe, and the goalkeeper Pele. But he does test him. It was a nice finish on the half bounce, so I just whipped that in. And we go in front of this barren Emirates, 1-0 up against Toulouse, which I was pretty happy about, you know, after losing technically 2 games on the trot. I was pretty pissed off, and obviously getting knocked out of the tournament, regardless of the fact it wasn't one I wanted to win. But look at this here. They get a chance. I think it's Bulit, the Turkish player there. Just getting a half chance there, and look at his player in front. Actually blocked it off the line with his arse, making a real arse of himself there. Yeah. Gervinho here, though, does break with a nice chance. And puts in a good ball to Chamak, who, despite being an aerial threat, apparently is just shocking in the air there with absolutely terrible power on that. But Gervinho was probably man of the match here. He does well here, just gets a bit of a half chance, and it's a really nice strike, nice powerful strike at the keeper. But that pretty much sums up the game, really. This was a bit of a laborious affair, but a 1-0 win is always good against opposition like Toulouse, and it was a decent debut for Alba. Now, obviously, selling Van Persie meant we needed 2 strikers, and I put in offers 24 million for Jovetic and 34 million for Cavani, and both are initially accepted. So we offer them the wages, 80 grand a week for Jovetic and 160 grand a week for Cavani. Now there's a 6 gap difference in between the two, and both are accepted. Look at this. First, though, we do go in and we just quickly sim a game here in the League Cup. I'm not too bothered about the cup competitions in this career mode initially, as we just really want to get out of the league. But we do sim it here, and we do actually win. The players take an absolute age to warm up for some reason. I have no idea why. But against FC Twente, who I think are in the championship on this, I'm not too sure. We do actually win 3-0 with Arshavin getting 2 virtual goals. Bizarre. I was pretty happy with that, though. Normally when I sim games I get smashed, so it was good to get a win. But look at this, as I said, both players accept, and now we're trying to decide who. Initially Jovetic gets the nod, but we can only afford one of these players, as we have lots of backup strikers, and we normally play one up front. And due to the difference in overall, and their age isn't too far off, I just had to go with Edison Cavani. So Edison Cavani is our new striker, replaces Robin Van Persie. He's only 3 overall down from him, and he's got about 4 years on him, so hopefully Cavani can be an absolute beast for us this season. He's got nice stats, decent sprint speed and everything, decent finishing, and should be an absolute beast. So thanks guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. And I apologise for this being a bit of a topsy-turvy commentary. As I said, not feeling too great, and yeah, thanks guys for watching, and please leave a like if you enjoyed.